Hello, this is Sinister Gambino here with a new stream. And in this stream, I'm going to be talking about the event week for this week in Grand Theft Auto Online. And not for much longer, I'm probably going to have to put Arena War DLC in the title, because technically these event weeks are kind of part of the update, like the span of it, even when no new content gets added. Since, of course, technically the Arena War DLC is the latest one. The good news is we got a couple of paragraphs of details of the Casino DLC coming up, which I'll be going over that in the end of this stream. I'll probably just read it, and then I'll probably be going over it in a video. But if you're wondering, if you've noticed, I've been on, like, the last couple streams or whatever, I've probably had almost $3 million. I bought a B11 Strike Force. Reason for that is because I'm kind of on and off if I want to, like, film a Mammoth Ruster jetpack review anytime soon. And if I'm going to be doing that, I kind of needed it. And I also need someone to help me with that as well if I go through with that. So I'm not sure if I want to be doing that review as my next vehicle review, the Mammoth Ruster jetpack. But I just wanted to mention it. But yeah, as for the title of this stream, I think I was only able to fit 3 times money in RP parachute jobs, or parachuting. I think I might have just put parachuting. I don't know if I put the word jobs in it or not. So those are, like, from day one of the game. Pretty funny, random, 3 times money RP once again. Like the survival one and whatnot. That one was only 3 times money. But every single parachute job for this week will be 3 times money in RP for some reason. It's actually a good bit of them, actually. There's 44 of them. Plus, I don't know if there's, like, ones that you can create for the creator. I'm sure it's just Rockstar created is my guess, if that's even the case. There's also 2 times money RP on free mode events. And they kind of confirmed on the newswire that they happen, like, every 15 minutes. I don't know if that's just for this event week or if that's how it's worked for a while. And then also business battles are 2 times money RP. Which someone just completed a business battle according to the, like, kill feed or whatever I should call it on the, like, above the map and whatnot. Mentioned something about someone completing one earlier. And yeah, there's 2 times RP on gang attacks. Those are going to be, like, red circles you find throughout the map. You'll find certain gang attacks in, like, certain locations depending on, like, the time of the game. Certain ones only appear at certain times. Not really that worth doing, though. It's only 2 times RP, because I think the way it works is the only money you get from the gang attacks is ones you loot from, like, dead people. Like, the money, and then there's crates of money in the gang attacks. So that'll only be 2 times RP if you really want to level up in some way like that for some reason. Why is my control vibrating? Like, what the fuck? Okay, why my control is vibrating? I'm just in the fucking hangar mode. That's kind of why I'm in the hangar. I just bought the B11 Strike Force, like, a couple days ago. Not like there's anything related to the hangar specifically for this event week. But yeah, and then there's discounts and more. And the only thing I wasn't able to fit on the message to spectator or the title was the login reward. That's probably what I'll show off first. The fuck? Why is, like, my control vibrating in the hangar? I don't get it, and no one seems to be that near me either. So yeah, the only money opportunity in like the actual pause menu is the parachuting. I'm personally going to use my jetpack like I typically do. Like, I really want to get the review for the jetpack done. The only problem is on like other reviews, I'm gonna need like another person. And also, I need to like figure out like every detail of the like hidden quirk of the jetpack. How when you go top speed, you can't get killed by most missiles in the game. So I need to figure out like how the quirk of it works and how it like doesn't blow up at top speed to most missiles in the game. As far as I know, there's only like 4 exceptions that can blow up the jetpack at its top speed. Being the Akula, the Hunter, Chernobog, and the B-11 Strike Force, I believe as well, but that's the one I'm least sure on. As that was the only one not released during the Doomsday Heist or before, from the list I mentioned. So my X text too on my Twitter, my like YouTube Twitter, of course. Did Twitter for the YouTube. Like if there's more than those 4. Once I do that, it should hopefully be much easier from there to decide if I want to do it or not. But the way my vehicle reviews are kind of going to work is I'm going to go, first I want to go like a vehicle I did it used in like my contact mission content. Then second I go for a vehicle that was updated with the Arena War update or with the Casino DLC that's coming up. If any get updated, it would be better on that DLC. Or, I mean, and then third I go for vehicles with like hidden quirks, which would be what I would do, and then this jetpack will be the first of that, and then I'll rinse and repeat that order. That's my plan for my vehicle reviews. And I kind of plan to do one for like every contact mission content I make. So every time I make a contact mission content, I plan on making a vehicle review eventually. So I'm just doing a haulage VIP work. I don't know what I'm doing. Kind of. I think I just distracted myself on what I was meaning to do, as I was like talking about like how I want to do a minute roster vehicle review and like how I need to figure out like a bunch of like different details on it and stuff. Someone's actually doing a game attack. Wow. Someone actually doing the fucking gang attack just because it's fucking 2 times RP? That's my question. I don't know, I feel like people mostly just accidentally do them. Could be that as well. But I will say, gang attacks for 2 times RP aren't really going to be worth it, which I think I did sort of mention. I don't like the looks of this, like, tank, dude. Or average noob. Or some shit. I'm not even sure if that's like a triad organization or not. Like, not like rebreather triads, but you can be a triad without one fucking rebreather, technically. Just off of like your play style is what I mean. Yeah, I went in a public free and assisted just in case I wanted to do like a free mode event or something. I'm going to my standard outfit so I can show off the login reward. It's gonna be like a manufacturer tier, whatever, in the special top section. manufacturer logos. Should be, from what I know. Yeah, the Chariot tee. Chariot's like the company that makes the Romero hearse. Honestly, I think that's pretty much all they make. The Chariot, like, manufacturer in the game. They might only make the Romero hearse in the game, that's it. I'm not sure. If not, then I'm sure their vehicle listing isn't, like, that big from there. As far as I know. Yeah, white shirt with green, like, leaf looking things, I guess. Cool. I'll go my business attire, what the fuck not.
Make sure you come back.
It's kind of my typical outfit in the game, to be honest. So now I just kind of have to look over the news wire, see if there's anything I haven't mentioned yet. Which obviously there isn't, like, between, like, the main stuff. Like, not the discounts, basically. Oh yeah. I might, like, mention some kind of, like, recommended order of the, like, how you should do this event week stuff. To be honest, I think this event week's kind of lackluster for money opportunities. Last week kind of was as well, but at least there was contact missions to do that were double money RP. But yeah, I would go between the business battles or the free mode events first. They kind of go hand in hand. There is a way to get a pretty good business battle lobby. You can do them in invite onlys as well. You need at least 3 people, I'm pretty sure, for business battles to pop up on the map. So what you could do is do it invite only, invite 2 of your friends, and that won't be enough to warrant business battles. However, you're only going to want 3 to 5 people, I think, because it's either 6 or 7 people in a lobby that starts the, like, remote events being able to pop up. So you need, like, 6 or more players, I think, for free mode events to pop up. And there can't be a business battle and a free mode event at the same time. So if you want to, like, grind on business battles, however often they happen, then you'll want to be in a 3 to 5 player lobby, preferably invite only, with friends if you can. That'd probably be the best way to do it. So you can't, like, make a lobby pretty much just for business battles. Free-mode events, I do want to mention that 2 times money in RP means that you'll be able to get $70,000 if you win on a criminal damage, for example. Criminal damage is pretty easy to win as long as you go to, like, Fort Zancudo. Even if you don't have a hangar in the Fort Zancudo area, I believe 1 levels are disabled during criminal damage. So if you see one of those and you have a good vehicle like a Savage or anything with like an explosive cannon, I would definitely recommend taking advantage of at least criminal damage. The rest you might be able to ignore if you're not big on free mode events. And then aside for that, if you're bored of like the free mode stuff, then honestly the best thing from there is the 3 times money RP parachuting. Alright, yeah, I pretty much only have the discounts left. So the theme of the discounts is kind of vehicles, of course, and then parachuting, nothing property related, it seems. According to the listing on the newswire, there's no sort of discount on arena awarded vehicles. However, there is in Benny's. I don't know. Yeah. At least one of the Benny's discounts are on the website. There's at least another one as well, but it's an upgrade price. Fucking auto, fucking update. Fucking stupid PS4 one, and fucking automatically fucking start downloading 2 updates, and it doesn't typically even do that. It's done it 2 times recently now as of that time. But whatever. This vehicle discount is going to be 35% off, and it's the Progen Italia GTB, of course. Not to be confused with the reason Italia GTO from the Arena War DLC. So instead of about 1.2 mil, it's about 800,000, or most of it's 175,000. Since I kind of like to go on 25,000 increments or whatever when rounding up a price. And this is, of course, as a Benny's vehicle, it's going to be really customizable. As long as you get the upgraded variant, for sure. Not sure about the stock version of it. If you're going to upgrade it to a custom variant, it seems like it's going to be the normal price, however. So just know that when you're buying it for this week, is that it's probably only going to be for the car that you can get on the website, not like the upgrade price as well, being however many percent off. I believe, of course, it's a supercar, I'm not sure. I forget, it's the Italia GTO that came out recently, like in this latest update, sports supercar, I'm not sure. I think it might be sports. No, I'm not sure. This could be sports or it could be super. I'm not sure on the top of my head. I'm honestly willing to say this one's a supercar, specifically the GTB. And it might be average for its class, is my guess. Though I'm not too sure on that. You'll want to go to Brevy1322 for all those like vehicle statistics stuff. But yeah, if you want a vehicle that will that you can upgrade to a very customizable sports or supercar, it's definitely a great option to go for. It's pretty much the most I think it has going for it, as far as I know. Oh yeah, I do have to mention something else on here. There is an upgrade price discount, and that should be it for Benny's. Yeah, that's gonna be it for Benny's once I go over the next thing. So, the Karen Sultan, if you want to upgrade it to a Sultan RS, the upgrade price will be 40% off. Which, by the way, 40% off will be the best you get for any sort of discount this week. The Italia GTB is one of the couple that aren't 40% off. It's definitely a nice retro vehicle from like old GTA games. I think the Sultan RS is only from like GTA 4 and episodes, and GTA 5 of course. Maybe Chinatown Wars. But do know when you're going to upgrade it to a Sultan RS, it will turn to a 2-seater vehicle like it is in GTA 4 and episodes. So you will sacrifice 2 seats by doing that. As for its performance, I can't really think of it much right now. Wait, briefcase dropped. I don't really care. I'm going over the event week discounts right now anyways. But yeah, this was one of my favorite vehicles back in the old days, but of course now as Perks Ball, it's not really much of my favorite anymore. Do really love this Sultan RS, still has great customization. You'll be blown by the customization, I bet. Not sure what to say on the Italia GTB Custom though, because I don't own one. Though I bet it has good customization as well. Any vehicle in here is really one of a great customization. The Sultan RS, though, I don't think is really good in races, though. I think it isn't. Yeah, I definitely don't think it's pretty good in supercar races, though. And I believe normal Sultan's a sports car, by the way. So yeah, best thing you're going to get for it as well is going to be the customization. Fun fact about the Sultan RS though in the game is it was the first vehicle in this game, I'm pretty sure, with the Super Turbo upgrade. Alright, I'm curious what this is. Oh, reverse felt crashing. It's a pretty simple one actually, I'll wait. I might as well. Damn, I can't see the car details, of course, because of the listing. Oh shit. Maybe I should go into something else. I don't know, I'm just trying to at least get something out of this. Since it is double money in RP after all. Don't know if I'll get top 3 pretty easily though. Honestly, this thing's pretty slow. I just stole a random car off the street after all. Yeah, I'll get back to the discounts when I'm done with this free mode event. Actually, I kinda wanna go to the casino since I'm backing up, but can't really, fucking, what's it called? I can't really use the GPS for it, of course, right now. Otherwise, I'll probably reset the counter. I'm third place, apparently. Cool. Definitely don't do this in a real world. Oh, shit. Whoa. This dude's probably blowing me up, isn't he? Yep. I knew it. Fuck this bird, bro. Oh well, I don't care. It's not gonna pay me that much, I'm guessing. Okay, there's only 5 people participating. Damn it. Fuck this bird, man. Man, I might just use my V11. Honestly, I don't know. CO. Turret limo, cause that dude blew me up. Hey, it's not too far, at least. Seriously, there seems to be a lot of orange dudes. Pretty sure one of the orange dudes killed me. Unless if it's just someone with like a certain mental state I might be confused with. That was like pinkish, orangish maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna try to land this in the horse track or whatever. God, I swear this song is cannon suicide. I'm gonna try it harder than that. Could maybe go for a more realistic sound, but probably not gonna have the energy for that. Yeah, I still kind of stand by my opinion on this, is I don't really think the weapon range on it's that good. like the cannon sucks. Only has 30 homing missiles like I thought I heard. And then pretty much the best thing on it's the barrage in that case. Oh yeah, and then it's bombs. The only thing without a limit is the cannons, the shitty cannons, and then the barrage missiles. 10,400 still, damn, just for reversing a fucking car. And I could have potentially got second, for all I know, had I not got blown up by the Mark II. Whatever, though. I'm not even gonna stay in it. Otherwise, that Mark II dude might come back and blow me up. If we ever land like right next to the casino, when I'm done with the discounts and stuff, don't mention them and whatnot. So, until elitist, I'm pretty sure there's at least one on here. Actually, no, there's quite a couple on here at least. There's 3 different discounts here on this website. So, to start off, we have the Valitas, I believe. It might be pronounced Valitas, is my guess. From the Finance and Felony DLC. Instead of about 2.3 mil, it seems to be about 1.4. So that's like about 900k or something. And this helicopter is pretty good in the top speed department from what I recall hearing. Not to mention you can also spawn one from the CO menu, I'm pretty sure. And I think there might be some like CO helicopter feature that you can fast travel with, I think. Similar to like a taxi in the single player, I think. I believe there's that going for it. So you'll be in one like every time you call up a CO helicopter service, I think. Not too sure, but just to mention something that, just to mention it, whatever. But yeah, the best thing I can think of going for it, aside for being able to spawn it at the CO, with the CO menu, which is a very big pro, since you can spawn it by your feet, is that it has great top speed. It's probably in like the top 5 or something for helicopters, is my guess, though it has been dethroned recently, I think. Might still be in the top 3, even, I'm not sure, for top speed. The Swift Deluxe. By the way, all of these are 40% off. The Swift Deluxe, instead of being about 5,150,000 exactly, I think, is 3,090,000. So over 2 million in savings for a helicopter that comes stock in gold, which isn't really a big deal anymore now that you can customize vehicles in the Smuggler's Run hangar. If you want a gold helicopter without having to use up without using a hangar slot up, then it could be a pretty good option in that case. And if you want to show off your wealth, that's pretty much the other good thing about it. I'm not sure if like the helicopter icon is like gold on the map or something like all the time you're in it though. So of course I don't own one of those, so keep that in mind. Not sure how it does in top speed. I think above average would be my guess. And honestly, I can't think of much more. It does have champagne in the internet in the back, which with the internet, of course, you can just go on your phone at any only in the game, of course. So it's a useless feature. It's just fun, I guess. And then, yeah, the champagne isn't really something to write home about. It's just a nice leisure feature. I think it's only in the Swift Deluxe, by the way. I'm sure as hell it's not in the normal Swift. Yeah, this one I would not consider buying much at all. It's just really to show off your wealth, if it's not apparent by the look. And then the Swift, the normal Swift from like the Baltic Tony, of course, GTA 4's episodic content. It goes for 900,000 and 960,000, which seems weird because it seems to say 1.5 mil to a mil. Oh, it's 1.6, 1.5, okay. Kind of looked like a zero because of the slash, I think. Yeah, it did look like another zero because of the slash. Yeah, it's about a million for each variant. 960,000, 900,000. But yeah, it's just a like fun, good, cool looking helicopter pretty much. From the Baltic Tony, if you like the nostalgia of that. But it's not going to do much for you personally that other helicopters can do for you. Just to show there's no over discounts, so I'm going all the way down. I believe every like big website for vehicles aside for Docties and the Arena Wars site has discounts, by the way. Alright, first vehicle we're starting off on here is the first drip feed vehicle in the Arena War DLC, I guess, the Pegasi Toros. Which is, I believe, is the Lamborghini Urus SUV or whatever, from what I've heard. Pretty affordable at 348,600. It's not a bad price at all normally, in my opinion, as well. By the way, this one's 30% off, so you're not getting as good of a discount as the majority of discounts, which are only 40% off. It is the fastest SUV in top speed, like, for sure, since, like, the Huntley S or whatever was the previous one. Actually, I think it was the Contender, I think was the previous one before that. But before the Contender was probably a Huntley S. So it is definitely the fastest and top speed for SUV. In fact, I think it's best in lap time and top speed for SUVs if you're looking in that department for any reason. So if you want the fastest SUV in the game, then that's a good reason to get it, and it's even more affordable than it was. The Ocelot Pariah, instead of being a little over 1.4 mil, it's 852,000, being about 600,000 in savings. And this is the best sports car in the game. I believe it's like much better even in the second place as well. I think it started with the Doomsday Heist at the free LG RH8. It was no longer the fastest sports car. But yeah, it has a ridiculous top speed from what I've heard in the sports category. It's even better than a good amount of supercars from what I've heard. So it's a very good buy for racing, as sports cars are surely one of the most popular classes for racing in the game, as compared to the SUVs in the case of the Toros. Though it is the fastest in top speed, and probably even lap time. if you're considering the Toros. And I'm pretty sure the like monstrous top speed has not been nerfed for the Pariah, at least yet, because it could of course always happen at any point. The Pegasi Reaper, instead of being, I think it's a 595,000 right there. Not sure because of the slash, kind of looks like a 0. But the Pegasi Reaper. Okay, I'm hearing missiles right now. Damn. Guess I'm fine. Shit, I just had to wonder what that was, for fuck's sakes. Cause God, it's gonna get annoying if I'm gonna keep getting killed while trying to go over the discounts. Yeah, the Pegasi Reaper is about $1 million. Now, I can't recall if it's good or not in the super class. I don't know if it's as good as the Tempesta, which is also a pretty affordable supercar, I would say. But, honestly, I'm not even really sure much on what to say on the Reaper. Like, sorry, I'm not a big, like, supercar person in the game, at least. I'm a big, like, investor in, like, the weaponized vehicles and the stuff that, like, actually helps out both gameplay, not just, like, the racing aspect of the game. Since even if you are, like, because even if you get, like, the best vehicles in the game, it's not, like, gonna be a guarantee that you're gonna do very good in the races. Yeah, I don't know. I might be like a low to mid priority, I would say. So yeah, apparently that was it for Legendary Motorsport. Just want to make sure. Actually, no. I'm just gonna go to the next one. Alright. Start off on Warstock, we have the TMO2 Kanjali on discount. Oh yeah, and the price is 40% off, by the way. And the Pegasi Reaper is also 40% off. Only one in Legendary, as far as I remember, that was not 40% off, was the Toros at 30%. Italia GTB was 35% off, so there's one more that's not 40% off, that still has to go. That still has to be gone over. But yeah, the TMO2 Kanjali, instead of a little over 2.8 mil, seems to be like close to 1.75 mil. So a little over $1 million in savings. I would say this is the best option that you can get for a tank in the game. Because unlike the APC in the recent Scarab, I'm pretty sure it is, it doesn't have anywhere where you can be shot from like glass or anything. I believe the APC and the Scarab both have glass. So you're pretty much completely safe from bullets in the vehicle. At least for the most part. And then it's the most weaponized tank in the game as well. Having the main cannon, which you can upgrade to a railgun cannon for more range, I think is really the only pro of it. Passenger seat has like a machine gun, of course. which I say is kind of an effective gun. You could kind of like freely aim it 360, I think. And then in the back there's like grenade launchers that you can use, but they're not really that practical. You only get like such limited angles and stuff with it, I think. And they don't shoot far, I don't think either, and I think they might be limited ammo as well, in addition. The one thing the Rhino has over it is that it can run over vehicles. This cannot. And I believe it also can have proximity mines for the driver, like secondary weapon basically. That's definitely really good. I would definitely take advantage of this one. You might not use it much aside for like PvP though, so if you don't really care like if you use it much or not and have a lot of like money you might be willing to use, then yeah, I would go for a team to Kanjali for sure. The volatile. I think that's exactly 2.8 mil. By the way, your price may be different if you don't have trade prices on certain vehicles that I'm going over. But for me, it's 1,680,000 right now, so 1,120,000 in savings, it seems. It fits 4 people, of course, which I don't know if that's really impressive for like flying Dorito looking ass flying. I think Gilly Master calls him flying Dorito, which is pretty hilarious. I believe there's either 2 or 3 guns that can be used on a vehicle. You can't upgrade them to explosive, unfortunately. Meaning that the weaponry on this, I think it's pretty terrible. Because it only has like the normal machine guns. The best part about this is that you can have 100 bombs on the vehicle. So it's double the bomb amount on other vehicles. Which is definitely a really nice, unique feature of the Volatile. If you love using bombs. Which honestly is going to be your best bet for weaponry. Plus, that's the only thing you can use as driver, as the pilot anyways. However, there is an annoying bug with the vehicle from what I've heard from Gilly Master, watching one of his videos or something, where apparently you can't hear like missiles locking onto you for some reason with the Volatile. It seems to be a glitch that's still in the game since its initial release. So you will want to watch your back when using the vehicle, because apparently like the missile lock-on indication, if you're being locked on, is broken since its initial release for the specific vehicle. So honestly, I would probably put this on a pretty low priority. The Chernobog. So, as I mentioned earlier, like, as I was, like, going through, like, how I want to do a Mammoth Thruster jetpack review, I'm kind of stumbled on it if I want to or not, because it kind of seems like a lot of effort to put into the review. Oh shit, I think I have a target sale again. Yeah, I think I have a target sale again, because I don't think the Pyro's discounted for this week normally. But yeah, the Chernobog, regardless of the speed of a Mammoth Thruster jetpack, if you're facing one of those for some reason in a Chernobog, it can blow it up regardless of its top speed, because of its missile model. That's something cool about the Chernobog. You do have to not drive the vehicle to have a passenger or yourself use the missiles though, which is annoying. I guess it does make sense for balance purposes. since it could potentially be pretty overpowered if you can just move it freely while someone uses the very good missiles on it. It probably has the best missiles in the game. It's probably like the only vehicle with the best missiles in the game, personally. Probably it's like the only missiles above the Ruiner 2000 and Deluxo and whatnot. And it can also destroy vehicles when you run into them pretty hard, similar to the Rhino. But of course, it's not really that efficient, though it is something it's good at, of course. And I can't think of much else. Oh yeah, it couldn't do it originally, but you can tow the anti-aircraft trailer with the vehicle as well. That's of the update that came out after Doomsday, I think. So if you want extra firepower, you can just strap an anti-aircraft trailer on it, if you have a friend, of course, with one. If you're the owner of the Chernobog that's being used. Wait. The volatile is the targeted sail as well as the pyro, it seems. They just really seem to want to give me target sails right before the DLC comes out, huh? Because I got one last fucking week. Though I didn't take advantage of it. I don't know if I'll do it this week. If I make a lot of money, I might go for pyro personally. But I'll go over them because I have the target sail. But yeah, you're probably not going to have the volatile unless you have a target sail. From what I'm seeing on the list of discounts. Is a TMO2 Kanjali a discount normally? Yeah, TMO2 Kanjali's for everyone. So is the Chernobog. And FH1 Hunter. So instead of 3.1 mil, that's with a trade price on FH1 Hunter, it's gonna be 1,860,000. So that's about 1.3 mil in savings, I think. And I say it's a pretty damn good vehicle option if you're going for a vehicle this week. Pretty much all the weaponry, I think, aside for the bombs, comes stock, so you only have to pay like 100,000. So at max for like maxing out the weapons on the vehicle. I think it comes with the homing missiles, the barrage, and the explosive cannon. When you first get the vehicle. So you don't really have to upgrade it much if you're only going for like the necessities. But yeah, it has unlimited homing missiles. It shoots 7 missiles at a time with the barrage missiles. And then the FH1 Hunter's cannon is basically the Valkyrie cannon, I think. Might get more angle variety with it though. And it is definitely a better vehicle to have the cannon on than the Valkyrie since it has explosive resistance. I think it can take like 7 explosive sniper rounds before blowing up. Though unfortunately I think just one in like after a couple minutes your vehicle will completely stall out. And it's a damn fast vehicle for top speed as well, despite not possibly looking like it. It's always at a great top speed, I'm pretty sure, even in like the 3D universe. That definitely carried over pretty well for aircraft out online. So if you want a fast attack helicopter, and probably the most weaponized one of all of the attack helicopters in the game, the FH-1 Hunter is a damn good option. I would definitely recommend it. It can be a very useful addition to your arsenal or whatever. Unlike these three, I think it can be pretty good with making money. Yeah, I'll do a check again. And yeah, the Pyro is a targeted sale. So for those with the target sale, instead of being 3,350,000 at trade price, you're gonna have over 1.3 million savings, I believe, and it's gonna be 10,000 more than 2 mil. Now I don't have one, so my opinions on this might not be so good as compared to other vehicles, but I'll go off of what I'm pretty sure I know. Of course, that has pea shooter machine guns, I'm pretty sure, which I would imagine would come stock. And then you can get infinite homing missiles on it. I don't know if there's a cooldown on them though or not, I'm not too sure. I don't know, it kind of doesn't look like it has like 4 pods from what I can tell, so it might have like a cooldown on its missiles. Of course, they're going to be normal tracking missiles, I'm pretty sure, but you do have unlimited. I think it has a pretty unique design as well, with having like a spoiler on the back. That's pretty damn dope. Or at least the style of the spoiler, at least. And of course, that's a jet, so it's going to take off really quickly and stuff. So that's definitely a big pro of it. The Rogue. Pretty sure this one's a target sale as well, as my guess. I'll confirm if it is or not. Yeah, if you have the same target sale I do, then the Rogue will also be on discount in addition to the Volitus and the Pyro, I think were the other two. And the last target sale I had was free vehicles as well, so that might be it, unfortunately. But the Rogue is a kinda unique one from Smuggler's Run, I think. You're getting $480,000 off of it instead of 1.2. It's going to be 720,000 if you have the target sale. So it's pretty affordable, I would say, for the type of vehicle it is. I believe it starts off with machine guns, but you can get explosive cannons on them. They're not good explosive cannons, though personally, I'm not sure, but it could be better than the cannons on the B-11 Strike Force. B-11 Strike Force and Rogue explosive cannons aren't that good. In my opinion, though, I'm not sure. Actually, the B-11 Strike Force probably has slightly better explosive cannons. Though you do have an explosive cannon for each wing on this vehicle instead of it being like dead center. So in certain ways that could be better. It does have homing missiles as well, which are going to be normal tracking missiles. However, there is a cooldown on them. Though it's only like a 2-second cooldown like every other vehicle, I'm pretty sure. And it does fit 2 people, which is nice. So it's a nice, cheap, affordable aircraft, especially when it's discounted. And that's if you have the target sale once more. These will be for everyone, which is the Cargo Bob. I'm gonna talk about both the normal and the Jet Sam, since they're pretty much the same vehicle. So on the normal Cargo Bob, you're saving about 700,000, it seems. $626,000, I think you're saving. But the Cargo Bob's a pretty damn useful helicopter when you're doing import-export. It's definitely going to make import-export a lot easier. And of course, it's especially going to have its used in import-export if you do the top range trick, which that's the discussion for another video if I ever make a video on that. That's going to be for when I get into that kind of like business video type stuff in the game. Which of course I'm focused on contact mission content. That's kind of my first big project for the channel. But yeah, basically what you do is you get 32 vehicles. You sell all the top range, and then you stay between like 23, I believe, and 32. And all of those vehicles you source will be top range. And then the last 8 from 33 to 40 are kind of extra, because the amount of standard mid and top range vehicles between 1 and 32 are scripted. Though you don't know when you're going to get them, of course. That's why you go all the way to 32. So all the top ranges and stay between 23 to 32 or whatever to be guaranteed a top range. After selling all your first like 9 top ranges or whatever. For those who want a quick summary of how to make good money with import-export every time with guaranteed top range vehicles, it's not a glitch or anything, it's just how the game works. But yeah, of course it's pretty much the only helicopter in the game that can lift stuff up. Besides for the skylift, but you can't even buy it. So yeah, pretty much the only one. They can both fit 10 people, which is dope. 2 in the like main cockpit area or whatever. 2 on those like side seats, and then 6 like inside of it as well. There's like benches on the in back or whatever. I don't know if you have to open up like the back or anything though. Though when it originally came out, it didn't have the option to open up the back of the vehicle. So probably not. I think you can take a couple explosives as well, so it does have minimal explosive resistance. But yeah, pretty much all the same stuff I said could go for the Cargo Bob Jet Sam. The Cargo Bob Jet Sam might have a little bit of a longer like tow hook, so it might be a bit of an advantage to get it. And it's only like a little over. It's only like a couple 100,000 even without the discount to get the Jet Sam variant. But yeah, it doesn't really make too much of a difference which one you get. And then Valkyrie. Yeah, Valkyrie and Savage is for everyone. Instead of 2,850,000, that's with a trade price. It's 1,710,000 for the Valkyrie. And recently GTA Men made a Valkyrie Forgotten Vehicles, just a little shout out there. Yeah, you're saving a little over 1,140,000 I think. It fits 4 people. The passenger seat has an explosive cannon like I talked about earlier with that FH1 Hunter. I think they're pretty much the same cannon. Except it's not as good on the Valkyrie as it lacks any explosive resistance. I believe the Valkyrie is a like reference to Max Payne, which is another Rockstar like franchise. I believe there's like some sort of like reference to Valkyrie or something in the game. So I think it's named off of like a Max Payne reference. Just a little something, a little fun fact about it. And then the side guns are machine guns that aren't explosive. You can't really customize it as it was before Smuggler's Run, so it stays that way. So it's pretty unique, I would say, the side weapons. But honestly, it's probably not a pretty good investment, so I'll probably put it on low priority. It's probably the last one on here, by the way, the website. But there's just Savage on discount. With the trade price, it's 1,950,000 normally. Saving 780,000, it seems, making it about 1.2 mil, which makes it even more affordable, just a little over a mil, making it more affordable than the Buzzard right now, which isn't a big deal if you logged in for Christmas last year, or New Year's Eve, whatever day it was, where the Buzzard was free. It's the only helicopter with like a fighter jet explosive cannon on it, which is very unique. I mean, you can shred pretty much anything with the Savage. The FH-1 Hunter, you have to have a passenger to use that explosive cannon. This one, the driver uses. So it's basically the cannon on the Hydra, the laser, etc. Possibly, etc. It can take a couple explosives, even though, like, initially it couldn't. So over time they made the explosive resistance better. The passenger can control the missiles on the vehicle, if the pilot's not using them. That's nice. Missiles have no cooldown on them. And they're the normal, like, lock-on missiles. So you can just blast away with the missiles. The people on the side can use, like, RPGs and a bunch of crazy weapons on the side, which is fun and unique. What else? Oh yeah. The Savage is also a pretty hard vehicle to lock onto, though it wasn't initially the case. For some reason its hitbox is misplaced, which makes it hard to hit it with missiles. Even the Oppressor Mark II and stuff has a difficult time hitting a Savage. So it's very effective to dodge missiles with it. Only because of the misplaced hitbox of the Savage one, which you can tell when you lock onto it with like a homing missile. Like a homing launcher I'm talking about. Nothing on dock T, so the last thing is going to be here. For vehicles. Okay, there only seems to be one discount on here. And that's the Chariot Romero hearse. Which is basically the reason we got a t-shirt for the Chariot manufacturer this week. For a login reward. So instead of a measly 45,000, it's 33,750. So you're not saving really much of anything. Though it is kind of nice to have it available for purchase, even though the whole like point of how, I don't know, how do I word it? Even though the whole point why people wanted a Romero hearse was because it was rare, so it's no longer rare, of course, with it being on the website now. But similar to the stretch that you can purchase on this website, except it's not a Pegasus vehicle, which is unique. You can get a pretty long vehicle from like day one of the game. That was brought on the site with after hours into your garage. It can only fit 2 people apparently. which is pretty low for the vehicle. Or a kind is kind of. Probably can't use those other doors because of like the coffin in it or whatever. And its customizations, there really isn't any. It's pretty much just free spray and like engine upgrades and like all the minimal stuff. But for some reason, if you really want a pretty measly discount on a Romero hearse, there it is. For $45,000, I would say just purchase it anyways if you really want it. Personally, I got mine before it was on the website, which was pretty cool. But yeah, that's it for vehicle discounts, including the like free that were target sales for me, which was the Volatile, the Pyro, and then the Rogue. Those were my free target sales, and probably anyone else who has a target sale. So to wrap things up, I'll go to the casino, show off the changes, and then read the news wire that pertains to the casino for this week. So yeah, I know for the fact like the modulars or whatever are new, of course. Pretty sure this dumpster here is new as well. Obviously there's still the porta potties. Don't know if these moved or not from a previous location compared to the last week. There's this thing of pipes, I think that's new. I think so. There's two things of wood over here. I don't know if those were moved or anything. These two might have been here before last week. Yeah, it's probably just a bunch of props that were moved around, I'm guessing. What was this random dude walking for over here? Maybe I shouldn't have done that. I was kind of curious if people like normally move up here, or now that there's like even more construction, if there's going to be like NPC activity around here. They got rid of the construction barrier or whatever. The one compared to the free from the first phase of construction. There's only one of these around here, it seems, so something here has been moved, for sure. And if I didn't say, I think this big dumpster is still in the same spot. And from what I remember looking at from like from what I remember hearing from like a leaker, I think this is the last like week of changes in from the casino. So we probably won't see any more changes until the update comes out, as far as I know. But yeah, I believe like we knew what the like changes looked like because of like a leaker or whatever since the first phase, or even like a day before the first phase happened. So it's probably the last phase of construction as far as I know. From what I've heard from a leaker, a reputable leaker that's got a lot of things right in the past. And I should actually mention there's a couple discounts I forgot, but they're pretty small ones. But they're but its parachute smokes 40% off, and then parachute bags are 40% off as well. So with those two discounts I mentioned, that's all the discounts for this week that I covered, in addition to the free Target sales that I noticed. By the way, there wasn't any that I didn't notice before I got the email in game. So the free vehicles from last week's Target sale was all there was for there. But I'm only going to be able to update if there's any more with the Target sale for once the next event week happens. Because I only stream this game similar to Red Dead Online, I only stream once every event week. Is there anything I need to do left? Oh yeah, I was going to go over to the Newswire. The other one. The first Newswire you'll see when pulling it up is the opening soon in Los Santos, the Diamond Casino and Resort. And below it, the big Newswire below it's going to be the remote events week. So I'm just going to read what the Newswire says on it, and I'll go in more details on it in a video that will come up, of course, in the next day or so. So there's 4 paragraphs. While sitting in bottlenecked traffic on the LS freeway, you may have noticed a new construction project taking shape at a small building nestled or something between Vinewood Hills and the scenic backdrop of the Tataviam Mountains. Don't let the recent removal of the faded opening soon sign, which was behind here, dissuade you. The Diamond Casino and Resort. So this is going to be renamed. It's not going to be the Be Lucky Casino from day one of the game, because there is a Be Lucky sign, I believe, still over there. I'm just going to put small tidbits as long as it makes sense with the Newswire, sort of. If it's going to be big gameplay features, I'm probably just going to read it. But because it's just simply construction stuff, I'll bring it up on here as well. Brand new luxury destination and the largest mass entertainment complex of its kind in southern San Andreas will open its doors later this summer. I think it was speculated that people thought it was coming out next week, of course, since apparently the construction's last phase is the one we got today. But it's probably going to be more of July. Now, summer technically starts today. It started today. The summer technical summer started today, June 20th, which technically happens every year. I think to September 20th is the latest they could technically release this. Just saying. Might mention more in my video about it. With something for everyone, the Diamond Casino and Resort will feature lavish amenities, exclusive shopping, first-class entertainment, and state-of-the-art gaming facilities. Whether you are having a night on the town with friends or seeking a brief solitary escape, the Diamond Casino and Resort was open to one and all. Which, by the way, the diamond in the logo, I guess, hinted at the name of the casino. So I guess that's what that was about. The one that's going to be coming up. aka the one that's no longer going to be the Be Lucky Casino by the time the update comes out. Come experience the tasteful luxury that the Diamond has to offer, including best-in-class concierge, valet parking, the exhilaration of spinning a lucky wheel for a chance at life-changing prizes, a finely curated selection of spirits at the bars and the lounges, a range of sophisticated table games, and much more. Stay tuned for more details and an inside look at the largest and most extravagant addition to the sprawling metropolis of Los Santos comes in. Fucking hell, that word was a tongue twister after talking for over an hour at this point of the stream. But anyways, I'll be making a video on the Newswire in the next couple of days, probably. And that means I'll have to further push back my my video of how I think a heist could work out. It's because I do have to play through San Andreas, and all my saves were 100%. That's gonna be it for this stream. Hope you enjoyed.